live. It is another top rope squishy show breaking down Dynamite from last night. And if y'all didn't know, I've got members of the Midwest Marks in the house. Yes, people. Introduce yourselves, please, and tell people where they can find you, where they can follow you, and where to subscribe to you. And also, if you don't have time to write this down, all the links are in the description. So no excuses. Go ahead, guys. Plug yourselves.
Welcome one and welcome all. Well, this is not my show. This is Top Rope Squishy, one of our dearest friends via YouTube, Twitter, and all social medias. It's been so long. It's been too long. We haven't seen you in a bit. I'm so honored to once again be on your show and have the whole Midwest Marks podcast crew on your show. We're short a few members, but we'll see if they pop up. We move in. Yeah, we kind of move in rotations or something like that. But my name is Eli Guidey. I am the host of the Midwest Marks podcast. We have a focus on pro wrestling, more so on dark and elevation, seeing those wrestlers come up to AEW and various other promotions. We cover all wrestling news. We cover anime. So if you ever want to come check us out and see what we talk about, we have a chorus of different ideas and different people from all walks of life. And I think we have one of them right here. His name is Alex Coquito.
Hello there, que la que. I am Alex Coquito. Kiki. Simple YouTuber from Puerto Rico, Alex Coquito on YouTube. Check it out. Road to 1,000 bitches. Now, I also want to say I am the co-host of the Midwest Marks podcast. I am the host and co-host of the MLW Azteca live watch along review. A lot of words, ladies and gentlemen. But at the same time, if you love wrestling, we love you too. ... Platonically. And we have merch on www.themidwestmarkspodcast.com all together. Kiki. BMack, spill that tea.
BMack, are you on? The tea spiller. The tea spiller went on mute. But when he gets back on, we're gonna talk to him. I'm gonna say hi to some of the people in the room. So hello to Bobby, Anna, Joseph, Terrell, and Dominican Lou. Lou's in the house. And of course, Courtney would always be in here, but we're trying to get her in the room. So we're going to get started, y'all. When BMack comes back on, we will ask him to introduce himself and talk a little bit about what he does.
Oh, there he is. There he is. Yeah.
It's your turn. Introduce yourself. Tell them what you do.
Hi. The Tea Spiller on the Midwest Marks podcast, breaking all the holiday exclusives on the show just for y'all. So let's get straight into the night.
It's true.
Let's get started, y'all, because Dynamite last night was real. John Moxley started off the night against Wheeler Yuta. Did you just hear me say that? Dyslexia.
We're off the rails today. Let's go.
Hey, it's Thursday. Let's get it.
Now, if I'm not mistaken, was it supposed to be somebody else against him? And they didn't.
Yes, it was supposed to be Brian Kendrick, and that got scrapped because past statements he had made. It was some stuff about the Holocaust and some other stuff. Very, very bad takes on stuff. And there's this thing called the internet. If you put that on there, guess what? It's on there forever. So I mean, yeah. So Tony Khan did make the right move in removing him and to find out more of the situation, if those are his actual views and whatnot. So the match was changed to John Moxley versus Wheeler Yuta.
And it was phenomenal. I mean, they let Wheeler get his shit out. Did they not? Did they not? What you think? What you guys think? Talk about it.
They did, but that crowd was not feeling Wheeler Yuta at all. And I think they was pissed off and upset that match got changed last minute because, baby, you would have thought that he was a bad hip. Listen, you would have thought that like he was a rapper who didn't know how to rap because that crowd was silent.
And that match was hot. Hot fire.
It was.
I thought it was really good for what it was.
Yeah, but I think the last minute change like threw everybody off because like they were excited for Kendrick and then for him to get rightfully so like so like taking off the show, given that their main star right now, MJF, is Jewish. That would have been a big problem backstage. So
That's
good on Tony
right.
Khan for that.
That is right. I saw Alex go, so I want to hear what you got to say. You got a different opinion.
I got a different opinion, and Eli knows that when I say something bad happens. But in this time, I'm going to say it honestly. Let's be honest. Wheeler Yuta is nowhere at the level of Jon Moxley. And if we put a number to Jon Moxley, and I love numbers, let's say he's level 10, and Wheeler Yuta is like level 3. Going down to 2 sometimes and back up because of his placement and the way he loses and wins. That's life. Brian Kendrick was going to be a dream match that people wanted to see because it's Moxley versus Kendrick. But at the same time, because of what happened, he had to get out and he put out Yuta. I say you had a whole bunch of different people in the back. This might be controversial. You could have put Hobbs. You could have put Hobbs and put him in a 20-minute match against Moxley, and it would have been a banger. That's what I was hoping for. But you put Yuta, and then Yuta's here. Let's put Danhausen. Let's book the comedy. I get that, but it was supposed to be a serious match, and then you put Danhausen in the outside. That's not serious. That's comedy. That's what took me away from the match. That's all I gotta say. That's why I put my head down.
Yeah, no. Go ahead, BMack.
You know what?
And Eli.
No, Eli, go ahead.
Wheeler Yuta, you know what? He's one of the, and I said this on our review as well, that, AEW, they're already planning for the next crop of stars. We've got Daniel Garcia, Wheeler Yuta, Lee Moriarty, just to name a few. And yeah, those spots could have went to someone else, but why not nurture and put them in with a AEW, former AEW world champ, Courtney!
Hey guys, sorry I'm late. I had to take a couple of things before I got on. Sorry about that, guys.
But you're on now.
It's all good. But yeah, I mean, you have to nurture your young talent. And that is, something happened and they said, all right, good, let's put somebody out there. Someone who needs the time, the ring time, and needs those big matches or big feel matches. The only way you're going to get better is to get put in that spot and see how you do, and then build from there. That's the only way you're going to get those reps in. And Wheeler Yuta, I can't name a bad match he's had. So we put him in there. He's solid in the ring. He's very technical. But yeah, was it the greatest thing? Probably not. And Brian Kendrick versus Jon Moxley, I wouldn't put that in Dream Max caliber, but it was exciting because of WWE. He just left WWE, and now he's right in AEW. So that was kind of crazy. So, but I think they were trying to capitalize.
Yeah, we definitely get that rematch. Yeah, we definitely get that rematch because he did apologize. He did say he was sorry. Now, most likely what they're going to do is they're going to go the Sammy Guevara route. They're going to send him through some sensitivity classes so he can rehab, like his bad behavior past ways and own it and take ownership. And then he's going to get repackaged. Then in a few months, we're going to get that match between Jon Moxley because Tony Khan never said that he was not going to get a job. He just said that we're going to look into it.
Yes. Right. Can I add something here real quick before we continue on?
Of course.
I want to add something that Eli said. Like, this isn't a dream match. Okay, right. On paper, it's not a dream match. But let's go back in the time machine to 2016 when Brian saw Kendrick lose against Ibushi, right? That was a momentous moment. What a weird coincidence that after Moxley won, Brian came out. You guys didn't notice that? That would have been almost 6 years in the making of a storyline that Brian Kendrick tried again to be the big guy. And then at the end,
about Brian Kendrick. Brian Kendrick versus Jon Moxley was in the.
No, I didn't talk about Brian Kendrick versus Jon Moxley. Imagine what would have happened if they would have fought. They would have fought. Kendrick would have fought Moxley. Moxley would have lost. Danielson would have came out, said, "You lost again because the same thing happened with Ibushi. Get the hell out of here." Sure. Hey, Moxley, let's talk. But that's what I meant.
Well, I want to know, and everybody loves Courtney here. I just want y'all to know that because as soon as Courtney popped in, it was like, Courtney. So, Courtney, you're famous. Forget it. It's Courtney's Midwest Marks.
Listen, she's the queen of the podcast. Listen, like the queen has arrived. Like the queen of the podcast is here.
That's right. She arrived. We are complete. Courtney, you want to say hello real quick?
Hello to everybody in the room. How y'all doing? Hey, Anna, Terrell, Tone, Bobby, if you're here. Dominican Lou.
Yes.
Am I missing anybody? Joseph Parker.
Yeah. Yes. Shout outs to everyone. But now,
Girl, not you give me your Grammy Award speech, girl. You better.
listen, y'all. What do y'all think about Bryan Danielson joining Mox? I already know Courtney's like, nah, chill.
Nah.
Fuck that. I don't want to see that shit.
No. I want Mox versus Danielson. Give me what I want.
I want to see
We
that
already got too many factions.
Right. I agree with Alex. Stretch it out.
It's
Right.
definitely going to happen. We're definitely getting Bryan Danielson versus Jon Moxley. They're not. Yes, they're going to. We might see them team up later down the line, or vice versa. But we're definitely getting that match. That's a money match. BMack said it on our review. You can't not do that match. So whatever the angle they're gonna play it at, whether like Jon Mox is gonna be like, no, I don't need you, Danielson. I don't need support. I don't need your help. I did rehab by myself. I can do this by myself. I can get back to the AEW world title picture by myself. But that might be a harder journey, and he might fail. And Bryan Danielson's just gonna be like,
Yes.
And Brian's on limited schedule too. Let's remember that Brian's not on a full-time schedule. Brian's on a limited schedule, so it makes sense. You had two badass matches with Hangman. Let's stretch this out for 2 months, and then we'll have a match with Moxley. Then stretch it out another 2 months, and then someone else will get it. But for now, the shine's on Lee, Yuta, not Daniel Garcia because their dads. He's taken care of by his two dads, but other people. Other people.
Did you just call 2.0 his dads?
We're definitely going to get that match down the line.
That's his son. That's legit his son. Yeah.
In the skits, they tell him to eat your vegetables. Eat your vegetables. Like you need that for your vitamin. They tell that to him. They actually do this with a napkin sometimes to his face when he's eating. That's their dads. We accept it now.
Yeah, we just like
that
match.
Legally obligated. Say it, BMack.
Yeah, like we're going to get Bryan versus Moxley at some point, but we also got to think about it. They're getting ready to subliminally, right before our eyes, split up the inner circle. They're going to need a top faction to take that place. So why not put Moxley, Bryan Danielson, Yuta, Lee Moriarty, Garcia as their top faction? Call it the House of Dragon. That's money. That's money right there on the table. House of Dragon, tearing through everybody. You definitely can do that.
We just got a House of Black. I don't know, but I don't think you putting that.
I was gonna say that. That's too many houses.
But I like the name. I like Dragon something. Dragon something. I'm definitely.
But you got
just
two.
got bigger.
Well, call it Dragon Gun then. Go New Japan style.
Well, somebody put that in the chat, Dragon Gun. So I think people agree with it.
Okay, I like that.
Or Death Dragon. There you go.
Death Dragon.
Moxie's Death Rider and Dragon. I don't know.
Something.
Dragon
right?
Death.
Well, we talking about House of Black. We might as well move into the next match, which was House of Black, which was Malachi Black and Brody King taking on Death Triangles, Penta, and a so-called blind Pac. But he wasn't.
I felt a way about that, to be honest, because I'm going to be honest with you. I felt like they could have played on him being blind like a little bit longer. They didn't have to pull the trigger to not go that route too quickly. They definitely could have played it up as if though he had really lost his vision, and it could have been like a badass blind assassin. Listen, because they do it in the karate movies all the time. Listen, like the dude be blind, but he be still, it's like kicking dudes' asses in the karate movies, blind and all. They could have did that with Pac, and he would have been a machine. But I feel like, they put the trigger just a little bit too closely with that. But the match was still great. It was like a tag team wrestling heavy match. And but like I was here for it. But I definitely think they dropped the ball too early with Pac. Like not actually playing out that storyline.
Go ahead, y'all.
Yeah, I think they really could have did something with that. Like he trains the intensity that Pac trains in the ring. That's believable. That he knows every square inch of that ring, and he doesn't need to see to wrestle using his other senses. They could have dragged that out, but I think Tony Khan, because especially what happened with the Matt Hardy situation with the teleporting, they want to stay away from the kind of spooky, that kind of stuff. So I think you're like, nah, let's cut that short. But still, they made it work. It was a great match, and I do see like we might get a separation with Pac and Pentagon because there's really nowhere for them to go right now. It's Death Triangle.
Don't
No,
kill my
don't break our hearts.
God.
The House of Black, the House of Black has to grow, and the only way for it to grow
No, we
is by
also got to keep it Alex, and I'm so glad you said that, Alex. We also got to keep in mind there's gonna be another House of Black member debuting very soon.
Julia.
I can't say anything,
Pirate Heart,
but there's gonna be
Pirate-
another House of Black member debuting very soon.
So
Will
somebody
she
here-
ever do
And it ain't her.
anything?
Oh.
The Peace
Ooh,
Spiller
thank
has
God.
information. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
Oh,
Well,
no,
you know, House of Black is scary to me. I do like how it's been. When it was just Malachi, I couldn't really take it. But now that they've added Brody and I'm seeing more and I'm seeing the story and they're getting to other people and everybody's getting COVID spit in their eye, I'm like, oh shit, where is this gonna go? You know, like I'm expecting for Julia when she takes this off for her eye to be white. I thought when Pac raised this, that's why I agree with you, BMack. I wish they would have made it longer because I had this feeling that he was gonna wear it throughout the whole match, and when he finally did reveal it, both his eyes were gonna be just like Malachi's Black's eyes. Like that's what I was thinking. But of course, you know, my imagination ran away from me. But whatever. Don't take my ideas. What you think, Courtney?
House of Black. But if Julia ever really does anything, it'll amaze me because she has not done anything since she came on the scene. I'm sorry. Y'all know it's true.
The three things that are constant: the sun will rise, the moon will rise, Julia will do nothing. Julia will do nothing. Put that on a t-shirt, ladies and gentlemen.
I tried defending her on our show. I tried defending her so much. And I was like, give her a chance. She's gone dark in elevation. She's doing stuff. She literally does nothing now. But I like her on Sammy vlog. She's pretty funny on
She's
there.
funny.
She is funny on the Sammy's vlog.
Not gonna lie.
Best prop comic there is.
Not gonna lie. When I saw her do that bit with Griff Garrison when she ran into the wall, I was like, okay, she's funny.
Well, she did fall in the trash. You know, she did fall in the trash, like literally fall over into the trash.
She threw herself right into.
She knows her place.
Yeah.
I like this. This isn't the Midwest Smarts podcast, ladies and gentlemen, on Apple, Google, Spotify. This is Top Rope Squishy, uncensored.
This is the comment of the night. She went right into the trash. Alex said she knows her place. That's it.
I'm dead.
Oh, mean. Why y'all doing Julia like that? Don't stop.
Because she does absolutely nothing.
I don't
Three-time champ, whatever that means.
Nothing. Don't even know how to manage right. And
Look,
don't get me started on the ring. Don't you do it.
let me just tell you something. She needs some work. Okay?
Thank you,
She
Donna
needs
Bone Tone.
work. Yes, she needs work. But anyhow, House of Black won, and obviously they were gonna win. They spit in Penta's face, and they comboed his ass, and they pinned his ass, and that was that. So yeah, that brings us to Nyla Rose versus Ruby Soho. I had Soho winning. I did because
I had Nyla.
Nyla always.
I had
won.
Nyla.
I had
Rubber
Nyla.
match rules. You know that. Rubber match rules. It's AEW. We go by Mid-South rules. So if you win one and there's a feud reintroduced, that person will automatically win one. So we're going to see Ruby versus Nyla down the road
Again.
probably soon, just to get it again. They did the experiment with Deeb and Sheeta. It worked.
Loved it.
So we're going to see if it works again.
That was fire. Deeb versus Sheeta feud was amazing. I loved it.
Yeah, I definitely see that this is leading towards Jade Cargill versus Nyla Rose. I've said that on our show as well. If you bring up the past from the Casino Battle Royale, Nyla eliminated Jade. So
Yep.
there's a story there. Yeah,
We need
there's
Jade
definitely gonna be
versus
a match
Nyla
on
for
TBS.
several reasons. Yeah, like we need Jade versus Nyla for several reasons. Mainly because they need to crown the next monster in waiting in Jade in that division. And I wish that we could have got that with Nyla versus Kong, but with Kong being as hurt as she was, that wasn't possible. I think the moment she beats she beats Nyla, which is going to be her toughest match yet during her reign,
Yeah.
that's going to elevate her even further as a legitimate threat Even more this year already is in that division as a champion, because now you done took out your biggest test in front of you in Nyla. Now you can just like crush everybody, because there's nobody outside of Nyla that's going to give you that much of a physical threat in that division but her.
Question for everybody though: Nyla versus Jade should be a pay-per-view match. Let's all just say
Absolutely.
that. But that's not going to happen for another month, I think. So what is Jade
Put her
going
in
to do?
Revolution.
Double or nothing.
Okay.
Double or nothing.
But we got a month. We got a month till double or nothing. Jade has to fight somebody.
You mean
No,
Revolution?
no.
You mean Revolution?
No.
Sorry, Revolution.
You mean like Revolution? Yeah, like because like Double Nothing is in May, and then like Revolution is in March.
Is it March?
In March. We got a month.
I think Jade versus Nyla will be not Revolution. Double or nothing. Yeah.
Double or nothing. Okay.
Yeah, they're gonna give
But
Jade.
she can have like an open challenge,
Yeah,
like in between.
Yeah, she does have an open challenge, so I'm sure we're gonna see.
Yeah. By the way, Jade, I want you to fight Chalance Royale. We all know why.
Yes.
We all know why.
So bad.
Like yodeling all over the place.
That feud.
I want Jade to make her sing while she's like suplexing her. Like, woo! Like that would be hilarious. That would be the best thing ever.
Yeah, I agree. I think that, and I've said this before on my show, and I've seen BMack and I talking about it on Twitter, that Jade is every match she gets better, and so you can.
And you know why she's getting better? That don't nobody want to talk about.
She working.
Listen.
Yes.
Listen, she now has Brian Danielson, the GOAT himself, a permanent part of her training regiment team. And I said it after the Julia match. She's gonna start to show a trend where each big match she has on television as champion, she's gonna start to show improvement each and every match. Watch her next big title defense. Her title defense on TV, she's gonna be on show more improvement, because I didn't know that she's been doing things in her training that she doesn't do in the matches on purpose, because the coaches are telling her not to do it because she don't have to, but she can do it.
Yeah, she was saying, if you guys heard the interview on Grapsky from Fightful, they interviewed her and she spoke about she could do so many things, like you say in BMack, but they don't want her to throw out her whole arsenal yet. You know what I'm saying?
And she even mentioned that she's doing high flying moves in that interview too.
Yes,
exactly.
So she got some shit in her pockets that we are gonna see little by little. I'm so excited, and if y'all know how I feel about Thunder Rosa only talks this woman up. She's a hard worker. She spends her days in and out working at her craft, so she is dedicated. And I think all the haters are gonna be hating, because that woman's gonna be a phenom in a year or two. Phenomenal.
Now that she got Brian on her team, Brian is going to turn her into a machine.
Yes, and she's trained with QT Marshall. She's trained with Dustin Rhodes, and I think with a few of the women in the back, like Deebs and Thunder. So she is getting it from everywhere, all styles, all kinds. She's so strong, so she could do anything. I mean, when she goes up against Chris Statlander.
Oh, baby, listen.
To my veins. Let's go. Yes, please.
Yeah.
That right there, that's gonna have to be a pay-per-view match. Chris Statlander versus Jake has to be a pay-per-view.
Yes.
And
That's what's gonna be.
And most likely, she's gonna be the one to beat Jake for that championship. And I don't care. Give me a quality match, and baby, that's fine.
That's fine. So yes, I'm excited. I'm waiting.
And by the way, I want to say something, please.
Go ahead, Courtney. Go ahead, girl.
All right. It took me a while to get used to Jade, but now, Jade, I hope you listen to this. I am a fan, girl. We support you. We love you. You're doing great. Keep improving.
That's correct. Go ahead, Alex.
And Courtney, you may be a fan of Jade Cargill, but we all know on the Midwest Marks podcast, Eli Guidey simps.
This is the Top Rope Squishy podcast. We don't say that here.
I'm representing our show. We gotta stay true to our fans.
All right,
it's a staple.
All right, I'm gonna say this.
She
and this
also made another comment the other day in the new interview that she did the other day, where she was like, basically, she has the coaches that's training her, including Brian, they are actually telling her after each match what she does right from wrong so she can learn from it. So they're not just telling her what she want to hear, they're telling her what she needs to hear. And that's what's going to help her even further develop. Now, what struck me was when she said the other day, I want to wrestle Serena Deeb.
Yes.
I want to wrestle every girl in that division who has a different style than me because that's going to help me get better. That shows you right there she's hungry to get better. She wants to get better. So she's not just resting on the fact that, oh, I'm champion, I ain't got to do nothing. No, she's saying, I'm obsessed with wrestling. I'm so obsessed, I want to be great at it. That's a dangerous combination with her training with Brian.
Mm-hmm. What you saying, Alex?
And okay, now this is to be controversial. I've always wanted, Jade is a great powerhouse and a great aspect and a great blue chipper. And year by year, which is smart, every year, take one arsenal out new and then institute it. Because you're young and everything else. Mm-hmm. I feel Jade is the way you guys are amping her up and everything else. It feels in the sense of, how do I say this? Everyone's silver spooning her. And I don't like that. In the sense of this. Yes, you got the top trainers and Brian and all these other guys. That's great. But we grew up with wrestlers that are great because they wrestled in the indies. They went to different places and got their legends known by going everywhere. However, Jade is stuck in a bubble of AEW where you'll get everything you ever want. Everything. But then what happened? Like BMack said something really, he said this specific line. It is a dangerous combination with wrestling. But what happens when wrestling obsesses over you? And then you get too ego-driven later on in a couple years. Oh, I was trained by this and 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 this.
I can tell you from having personal conversations with Jay. Listen, I can tell you from like having like a personal conversations offline with Jay, like actual conversations with Jay offline. That ain't her. She's humble. She's one of the most humble people you will meet. And I'll say this too. Now this I'll also say. She also like said, as far as like the other interview, that she wants to go outside AEW on the indies at some point to get those outside indie matches. So she does want it.
She agreed. That she said, I'm different. She said it, I'm different because I didn't get my start.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
I just don't want them to turn her. I just don't want them to turn her into the new Roman Reigns, their pet project that will hold on.
That's what I was going to speak on. I think as a wrestling fan, we in WWE's been on top for a long time. We have that fear that that WWE that they're going to, oh man, let's push her to the moon when she's not. Let's do that. Let's give her everything. That's the thing though. This isn't WWE, and you have.
And she actually wants it. Like she's actually putting in the work.
Mm-hmm.
And she already called the AEW belt. She already called for it, so she wants that.
She did.
She will get it.
She's gonna get it. She's not until she's ready though. But when she get it, she's taking that division to the next level.
Word. I agree. We talking about it here, people. We getting down and dirty with the truth, with facts and opinions and tea spilling and everything that y'all can imagine.
Listen, Queen. Listen. I can't spill too much. But they do have some new additions coming to that women's division that's been a rocket on his head.
Can I just interject really quick to talk about my most favorite recent addition? Can we just say whoop whoop for Mercedes Martinez? Can we just say whoop,
listen.
Okay, because Mercedes Martinez versus Thunder Rosa in AEW was a dream match for Maddie. So when she showed up and beat on Thunder when Thunder had her match with Jade, I jumped out of my seat. No neck bone tone in the room can't confirm that. I screamed. I scared my dog. And I was like, I don't deserve this. Why am I so lucky? So, yeah.
Now, the crazy thing is I did not see them signing Mercedes. I did not, because I thought that she would have went back to the indies after her WWE run. I didn't think, but then again, Tony has shown us that if he wants you bad enough, he will get you one way or another.
People talk about it on social media because they are watching and listening. If you see enough opinions of anything going on, eventually it's like AEW has people combing through social media and they're like, look, majority of fans are saying X. So we got to do.
And shout out to shout out to Sean Dean because he's responsible for getting a lot of talent onto Dark,
Yes.
giving them like a huge platform, especially the black talents. He's responsible for getting half the black talents that we've seen on Dark onto that show. So shout out to you.
To the
No,
captain.
yes, sir. Elevation and Dark are just Eli Guidi, our lovely host, our lovely leader. He's talking.
Oh, I was gonna say that
I didn't know that.
Mercedes Martinez and Thunder Rosa, they had a match on a indie show called Warrior Wrestling. It's based in Chicagoland area. So there's something there. If you see them pop up at Warrior Wrestling, you might see them later on in AEW. We saw Lee Moriarty go from Warrior Wrestling. Yeah,
in these matches.
And if you haven't heard already,
and then Athena, she's facing her.
Yeah.
Then Athena's battling her on the 12th. Listen.
Yeah, we also saw Julia Hart in Warrior Wrestling too. She did nothing there either. I'm gonna keep on crapping on Julia Hart. Boom!
I thought that was my job.
Both our jobs. We love crapping on Julia Hart. Goodbye.
Y'all ruthless to Julia, man. What's she do to y'all? What's she do?
She does absolutely nothing.
Exactly. She didn't do anything.
It is not personal. Like I could meet her.
It's not. We love you,
like
Julia Hart as a person. We love you. You're a great person, but you suck as a wrestler. Sorry.
In-ring work is Look, you're
dating the truth.
You're dating Lee Johnson. You're dating Lee Johnson. Get in the ring with him and do some practicing because he's got it. So what the? All right. Anyway.
Now, who we need to be talking about, who needs to be showing up, is like, when is Miss Athena going to show up? Because she's battling Thunder Rosa at Warrior Wrestling on his 12th. And let's be honest, people may not like her, but the girl can wrestle. I want to see her versus Chris Statlander. Give me her versus Serena.
Yes.
Let's some.
Give me her.
Bobby's comment.
Give me her versus Thunder Rosa in a Texas street fight. And give me Serena. Listen, give me her.
Spiller.
Listen.
Read the comments, Spiller. You're stepping up.
Keith Lee, BMack. Keith Lee.
Oh, listen, that's not my business. Listen, who's Keith Lee?
How is that your business? Okay, all right.
I'll say this for you, Bobby. I'll say this for you. Keith Lee is a once-in-a-lifetime wrestler. Yeah, his voice, the way he does everything, it would be a crime not to have that man on your roster. So is Keith Lee going to get picked up? We'll definitely see. I'll be surprised.
Listen, he's going to be, wherever he goes, whether it's Impact, whether it's New Japan, or whether it's MLW, he's going to be somebody's star, and I'm here for it.
Yep. Wherever he goes, I wish him the best. Obviously, because I'm a huge AEW fan, I want everybody to come over there. But I always tell people there's something for everyone. I don't shit on any wrestling shows because you know what? I might not watch it now, but I grew up with WWE and I fucking loved WWE. And so many of our wrestlers,
there was a time where they was putting on some quality projects. Listen, that Ruthless Aggression era, they was putting on some of the best wrestling during that Ruthless Aggression era, like for real.
Yes. So, we do what we got to do. We do what we got to do. Okay, Alex has to jump. Alex, you missed the hot seat. So
no fair. Alex gets the hot seat.
Hey, find the time. I will come over here. You can do 100 questions. I do not care.
Yes. Alex, we're gonna get Alex on the hot seat, y'all. He gets to skip it, so now you guys gotta take his questions. So
that's right, run, Alex, run! You know, really ready, run.
Okay, everyone. Good night, good morning, good afternoon. Remember, if you love wrestling, we love you too platonically. And I used to be the Midwest Markout Campeon, but Kane the Destroyer is now. Check the tapes, ladies and gentlemen. Check the tapes. But as always. Good night, everybody.
Good night, Alex.
It was nice having Alex on. But we're moving on to the main event that had 2 finishes. Has that ever been done before, y'all?
I've never seen that. That was so dramatic for me. It was a lot.
It was a lot, right? I was like...
Because when he choked them out, I was like, wait a minute. I know it's not going to end like this. We got like 30 minutes left. They cannot, unless they have somebody pull up, they got to have somebody it's like coming out. So I was like, but the whole time I was like, where's Wardlow? Listen, the whole night I was like, wait a minute, Wardlow did came coming out with him. So like, what's the problem? But when I saw Wardlow come out, see, Wardlow broke my heart last night, y'all, because when he didn't pop bomb MJF's little nut head ass, I was just so upset. I
You
was
know
so
what?
upset. Like, oh
Bing,
my
bing, bing.
Lord.
You hit the question of the night, BMack. What the fuck is going on with Wardlow? And when the hell is he gonna turn on MJF? Come on now.
Well,
You know what?
Wardlow took a loss to CM Punk. He took a loss to CM Punk, and I can imagine he's not feeling great about that. Yes, he doesn't like MJF. He's pretty much looks like he's fed up with the dude. He wants to strangle this man.
Yes,
but
strangle him, please.
He's paying him, and he is providing him opportunities in matches against the likes of CM Punk. And he's getting closer and closer to the TNT title or another title. So he's gonna. I'm gonna chill. I'm gonna let him think I'm stringing him along for a little bit, whatever. But when it matters most, and that might have title implications, maybe that's when we'll see Wardlow like throw MJF down.
I think by either Revolution or Double or Nothing, he's gonna turn on MJF because they can't stretch that out too much longer because the heat is already there for him. So when he power bombs him through the table, see, listen, I want him to power bomb him through the table. You know what? No. Power bomb his ass off the damn ramp. How they did when
Real.
like when Jericho fell through the like a blood and guts thing.
Oh,
Do that.
but just so it don't look like that. We have to make sure that production is not the same. But yes, agreed.
Let's make it a little dramatic, so he can get that baby face heat.
Because you know what's gonna happen, right? He's gonna get the TNT belt,
Absolutely,
and MJF is gonna be like, "Give it to me," and that's when Wardlow's gonna look at his belt and look at MJF and be like, "Bam, that's it." The war.
Listen, have it be like when they put a Powerhouse Hobbs in the inner circle and he smacked Cody's little like bright headed ass upside the head with the damn thing. Do that. Give me some dramatics. I need it.
I need it too.
Throw it in. The match that they had was like they had spots from like way back in the day with the arm tape and whatnot where he was hiding under his sleeve. That's like old school wrestling, and it is. Chris Jericho did face MJF, and they kind of did like a double finish. I believe that was at All Out. So MJF, he's a heel who's doing heelish things. A lot of people have some issue with that at times. I'm like, that's wrestling. That's wrestling. Like the heel doing heelish things and like winning in despicable ways is gonna help him and is gonna make him even more hated, which he wants.
So this just popped up. And it's completely different from what we're talking about. But where the fuck is Miro? Where's Miro?
He is shooting a movie right now. He's like shooting a film in Hollywood right now. So he is going to be back shortly. Yeah.
You got all the info, all the juice and tea. BMack, thank you for that. Because I was sitting here telling my sis Anna, I'm like, I don't know where the fuck Miro went. Because when he first disappeared,
he's still signed with the company, y'all. Listen, his contract is not in jeopardy. He's fine. He's just off shooting a movie, and then he'll be back shortly.
Because he was the best TNT champion. Anyway, he was. I love Sammy. Sorry, Courtney. I love Sammy. I do.
Sammy.
Shut up,
Sammy. I love Sammy. I love Sammy. I love him. Sammy is cool. Sammy is also a very positive individual. You can hear a lot of things he has to say. And he can probably maybe this run will be a very powerful run. But of all the TNT champs that held the belts, to me, Miro was my favorite. And
it was between him.
My favorite.
Me for him, it was me. It was Miro and Brody Lee for me because listen, the way Brody Lee dragged Cody's ass and broke the championship and threw it over him and had Anna choke out his wife, baby, I was here for it.
Just for you, Courtney. I know how much you like Britt Baker.
Yeah, we ain't going there, boo.
I got Brandy too, but Brandy's downstairs. But like
Brody King not Brody King, but like Brody Lee for me and Miro because like I said, when Cody got dragged by Brody and he like broke the championship and like cricket it up on top of his like body, bitch, I was here for. I'm like, give me that.
Yes. This is hilarious. If you guys have social media, this is funny as hell. Isaiah Cassidy and Sammy have a TNT match tomorrow. Clearly, it already happened yesterday. I don't know the results, and I don't want to know the results, period.
The disrespect. When he posted that, I said, "You know what? If this was live, baby, I'm nailing it to my shots on purpose for that."
I bet you that they came together because Sammy and Isaiah are friends and planned this shit together to work everybody on social media. And it's hilarious. Thank you guys.
Oh, they were so upset. They were so upset.
It was
They
great.
was
They were like, how could you? I'm like, it's a work.
Listen, the fans were so upset. Like, oh my God, like, why did you do that? Oh my God.
It's so disrespectful. Come on, y'all. I can't take a joke. Like, life is too serious. Move on. Come on, y'all. But anyway, I really enjoyed this match. And I did not have MJF winning. I was considering the fact that maybe MJF would win at a pay-per-view. It was in Chicago. I had Punk. How are you gonna lose this? So to me, I was shocked. However, No Neck Bone Tone from the beginning was like, MJF is winning.
When I first heard about the match, I just knew some BS was gonna be involved because first of all,
it's MJF.
you don't have a Punk lose on TV. You don't have him lose on TV. You have him lose on pay-per-view, which is next month. You know what I'm saying? Like March 6th with Revolution. But baby, when they put the trigger, I was like, what? But I do got to point out, shout out to MJF because he showed a human moment. And that, you know, it's like he broke scene at that time where he actually hugged a Punk on the ground and thanked him for putting him over. That was wonderful.
I'm glad I'm not the only one who noticed that.
It was wonderful. And that shows you like the little stuff like that. That's what's going to make him a star even more.
Little bits of MJF's true emotions. Go ahead, Eli.
Oh, and this is the thing about AEW. Like, of course, like everyone thought, you know, CM Punk, but he has an undefeated streak right now. Everyone's like, oh, CM Punk's gonna win. Like, he's not gonna lose to MJF. No, it's all about putting over the younger star. CM Punk said that from the day he walked in to AEW, working with that younger talent. So yes, of course, MJF wins that match. And the thing is, MJF has beat CM Punk in Chicago.
Yes,
I'm from Chicago.
Baby, that's nuclear heat. That's 90s wrestling nuclear heat.
You saw the crowd? The crowd was like
stunned, just like dumbfounded. And that's a risk. And I love that AEW is taking risk like that.
Yes.
Could y'all imagine had this been for the championship and he won and that was listen, Chicago would have exploded.
There would have been a riot.
They would have rioted. They would have thrown shit in the street and everything.
Fires would have been lit. It would have been bad. It would have been
If
bad.
it was a snowstorm, I would have drove out. I would been like, oh hell
no. Like this little fire. Listen, I you know what? I wasn't expecting it, but I loved how they did it. And correct. CM Punk has said from day one, his mission is to elevate talent. He's doing it. He got more eyes on Will Hobbs when he had his match with Will Hobbs, right?
Mm-hmm.
He had a match with. Didn't he have a match with Lee Johnson?
Yes.
No, that was did he?
Was it Lee
Johnson? He did. Lee Moriarty. Yes, he did.
Lee Moriarty. Okay, so I'm mixing up the Lees. But anybody that has wrestled against him is kind of like an elevation. So especially being the first person to give him a loss in AEW.
That's a big deal.
It's huge. This shit put him in the running for the belt next. In my opinion, he will be the one taking it from Hangman Adam Page. I said this before.
Absolutely.
And
Absolutely. He was always going to be the one. Mm-hmm.
And I love it. I'm ready for it because you know what? MJF has not dropped the ball once. He has been on point from beginning to end in character, full blown. His in-ring style is tremendously amazing. You have to understand he's a super technical wrestler and it's entertaining as hell. And on the mic, the next Chris Jericho. Let's just be real. That guy is gold. I just think that they have a piece of gold in their company and they have to keep elevating it. So yeah, next AEW men's champion will be that bastard MJ.
Let's talk about the next woman. Well, let's talk about the next women's champion after the next women's champion, who Jade, that bitch Cargill.
Yeah, she is. It's gonna be Thunder next, and then Jade.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Y'all
That's a lot of
know,
perception
y'all
right
hear
there.
me all the time.
And that's the thing. People are so upset that Tony isn't crowning the older talents over their homegrown talents. Why would you crown that older talents like a WWE when you can crown your homegrown stars like the Jays, like the Jungle Boys, like the Brits, like the MJFs? Why would you stunt their growth just to have a nostalgia moment, like from yesteryear?
Here's a quick
There's no
question.
disrespect. There's no disrespect, but that ain't how you build a star.
Who takes the tag belts from Jurassic Express? Because I honestly
I
didn't see
wanted to
them.
be proud and powerful.
Okay, that's it. Show's over. That's all I need.
Santorum and Ortiz. Hold on, guys.
Listen,
Who, Courtney?
I'll be right back.
Okay, yeah, sure.
Listen.
I'll let you back in when you come back in.
listen, Queen, I know you old enough to know. I'm gonna have a Latoya Luckett torn moment, okay? Okay, because I want it to be, my heart wants it to be proud and powerful, but my mind wants it to be House of Black.
Ah, coño.
I do see it
It's
being
just
House
gonna be
of Black
hard.
I do see it
The
being House of Black.
Midwest works killing me.
They're building them. They're building them up as unstoppable right now.
Mm.
Like, and then it's only going to get worse for when they get closer to the Revolution.
You know, I feel like my boys Santana and Ortiz are,
And they deserve it too. They deserve it.
They do.
They deserve it.
they have worked.
And this is why I think this angle that we've been seeing with Jericho and them as of late, they're going to separate themselves from Jericho and go their own path in that division. And they need to. They don't need Jericho at this point. Yes, Jericho brought them into the company. He got them in the blood and guts. If there was no Jericho, they wouldn't have been in that classic of a match. He's done a lot for them, but it's time for them to go their own.
It's time. And I love Inner Circle. So when you were talking about it's time for them to break up, my heart, I agree. Sammy is really on his own right now.
Mm.
You don't see Jake anywhere.
Listen,
right?
and that Cody match listen, that ladder match that solidified Sammy, so he good.
He good. And then you have of course Proud and Powerful, who for a while were losing a lot. And I'm like, this makes no sense.
Because they buried them.
No, they're not buried.
They're not buried. They're not buried. They're just
for
not being utilized. They're not
a little
buried.
while,
Barry
for a little while they did.
Barry was Deanna Purrazzo, who was losing 2 years in NXT. Listen, Barry was Deanna Purrazzo, who was losing 2 years back-to-back in NXT.
Oh, Deanna Purrazzo was amazing.
I wonder if we're
her.
still getting those trios titles though. Maybe maybe we'll see Eddie Kingston come back whenever he does come back.
Maybe that's what they're gonna ride. Maybe that's it.
Maybe.
We'll see. I mean, I said that to No Neck Bone Tone. I said maybe that's the titles that they get, but they best to get some gold soon. I'm gonna be knocking.
We definitely getting them trios titles. That's already confirmed in the works. We definitely getting trios titles.
Woohoo! We've been wanting trios for how long,
for a
fellas?
long time.
And eventually, given the free agent females that's going to come in, they're going to have them female tag team titles for the AEW Women's Division right after that.
They need to build some tags. You know, they could do a tournament like they did with the
TBS title.
No.
AEW.
Oh yeah.
Given that, we finna have the Owen Hart Cup tournament, like for the singles division for the men and the women. Watch that next one because it is a yearly event. Like this ain't a one-off. It's happening like every other year. Watch that next one be for the tag team division, and that's where they probably debut them trios.
I heard it here first.
Yep.
So we got Rampage coming on. And I want to hear who you guys think are gonna win. We got Jay Lethal going up against Ricky Starks for a title that doesn't matter. Are they trying to make it matter?
Exactly. You said
it
right there.
You ain't wrong.
You ain't wrong.
I mean, listen, they did it wrong. The FTW title should have had a tournament. Make it count. Make people want it. Make people fight for it.
Make it meaningful.
I always wanted the FTW belt to be that connection to ECW, the hardcore title. I thought that was going to be like Tony had
make it a hardcore tournament.
But Tony did say, I do remember him. I do remember him saying not too long after Full Gear that he was going to be focusing more on both the TBS championship and the FTW scenes as far as that championship building it up. So he slowly started to do that with the FTW. So I can give him half credit for that. Not a lot, but half credit because he is starting to have it defended a little bit more often than what it was.
But this match is gonna be great. I got Ricky Starks retaining because I see.
I got Ricky Starks too because I don't see nobody beating him but Hook. And I said it on our show. If you want to have,
there goes my influence.
Hey, she's actually got a literal hook right there. On our show, I call everybody hookers. That's what I call everybody. I'm like, I'm a hooker.
Some of us are not hookers.
We're fans of Hook. That's what I mean. Not actual. No, we don't know. That's not what I meant.
But like, if you're gonna have like Starks lose to anybody, let it be to Baby Taz himself, Hook. Let that be his first championship, and then you split the division between his loyalty of Starks. Do I want to stay with this group because I keep getting constantly looked over for the sun, or do I need to be on my own path? Because let's be honest. After that Road to Dynamite the other night, he told Jay Lethal, listen, you the reason why. Listen, you the one who fucked up Ring of Honor and caused them to go out of business, baby. I was hit for that.
I love when they feud because it is like it's feuding with a little bits of truth. It's hilarious. And they go at each other all the time.
Listen. And that's why I told Eli they need to have Starks on the mic every other week. Because if he's not gonna be wrestling like that because of his neck is still being guarded, have that man cut a promo on somebody and just like ripping them shreds. Let him show him how good he is.
Put a freaking neck protector on that dude and put him out in the ring because Ricky Starks can go. Like I love watching him.
If Carmella can put a face protector on her face, baby, get that man a neck brace. He'll be all right.
She stole Cody's gimmick. She stole Cody's gimmick. I'll never forgive her for that. Why? Get your own. You're supposed to be Mel makes money. Why are you stealing Cody's gimmick? Get off Cody's. I'm sorry. I'm stopping.
Like I said, if she could put a face mask on, Tony invest in some neck braces and get that baby a neck brace and a microphone at the same time. He'll be all right.
Yes, I need some Ricky Starks spears in my life because that man has like the sweetest spear on the face of the planet. And we
got Jay Lethal.
Oh, you got Jay Lethal. I was gonna say we agree.
Yeah,
that it's going to be Ricky Starks.
Yes.
I was about to say
I've been a Jay Lethal since been with Jay Lethal since TNA days. That's how
Jay Lethal is amazing. I love Jay Lethal. Jay Lethal is fantastic.
But here's the thing about Jay Lethal. I think he should be in the TNT championship scene, not the FTW scene. That
makes better sense. Yeah,
he might get there.
Yeah, he could get there eventually.
He might get
there.
I think Jay Lethal is being used as a scapegoat because Dante's they're trying to teach Dante Martin a lesson right now. I think they're going to beat Jay Lethal to a pole where Dante's going to feel all alone. Enter his brother. Enter Darius.
I'm waiting for Darius to come back.
I'm hoping.
I'm waiting for Darius.
Top flight back in the house. I'm glad they're letting him fully heal. You don't want to. He's young. You don't want to bring him back too soon and then fuck up the rest of his future. Like let him heal full, and then when he comes back,
like I said, they lost the bag. Listen, because they lost the bag with Leo, and that's unfortunate. Yeah. But it's like I wish him well. I'm not gonna lie, they would have been my first trios champions. Darius, Dante, and Leo. They would have been my first trios champions, and nobody would. That's money.
I was feeling for that. I was waiting for that.
But with Leo out the picture, bring back Darius when he's ready and put them as one of the pillars of that tag team division like they're going to be and get money with them.
Yes. And you know they're going to do it because they really, really fucking worked with Dante. So then we got Adam Cole versus Eva Uno. You know, I love Adam Cole, baby, but I'm not really invested in this because I have to agree with No Neck Bone Tone on this one. We have this conversation all the time. It seems like every time that one of the big dogs wants to get noticed or get revenge or get elevated, they run through the Dark Order.
But honestly, I think this is setting up Adam Cole versus Hangman Page, and the way to do that is to have him like Bryan Danielson run through the Dark Order, who means very much a lot to Hangman Page because he has a personal connection to them since Brody done passed. Let them go through that and then set that up.
I have Adam Cole winning, obviously. I think that's pretty
I do too.
obvious.
I do too.
I have Evil Uno.
Courtney, we're trying to get you to be the champion of our podcast. Why are you going with Evil Uno?
I cannot turn my back on the Dark Order, okay? I'm a Dark Order girl, okay?
Courtney, you see this mask? This is Evil Uno. This is what Adam Cole is going to do to Evil Uno.
Quit disrespecting that mask like that.
That's disrespectful. Listen.
But no, honestly, yeah, I don't see Adam Cole losing either because again, if Adam Cole is going to lose, it's going to have to be to somebody on the level of a Hangman Page. You don't let him lose to somebody like Evil Uno. Even though Evil Uno, he's underratedly great in the ring. He's underrated, but he's not that guy to hand him his first loss. He's not.
I'm worried about the Dark Order. I am very worried about the Dark Order. Like I love them. They are amazing. They're very entertaining. They have had no storyline ever since that Civil War thing that they had. Yeah. I think they were trying to see if Bray Wyatt was going to come in. I'm very worried about the Dark Order.
And we still need to finish to that, by the way, too. Like, we still need to finish to that. Like, who? And first of all, we never got to end it to Tanara. Like, girl, like, look, listen, you over here chillaxing with Sammy, but girl, you still ain't even showed your loyalty to your group. So, like, what you about to do? Because we need to have Anna versus Tanara.
Right, because they did ask her, did she want to join? She never answered. She never responded. That just went away. So I agree with you on that one. Mercedes Martinez versus Thunder. Who y'all got? That's a hard one, ain't it?
I said this. I got Thunder Rosa, but there's gonna be some BS involved. I think it's gonna be like a disqualification because you don't have Mercedes lose her first television singles match clean. I think there's gonna be some BS involved.
There's definitely gonna be some BS involved. If Thunder loses, it will be through a Jade involvement or someone else that's hanging with Mercedes. As Mercedes came out and beat on Thunder when she was wrestling with Jade, Jade might come and pay the favor. I don't know.
Dr. Britt Baker.
Oh, yes!
Britt Baker.
That's actually a great segue into Thunder versus Britt Baker for a Revolution. So Eli, very good.
You know what?
Oh,
I don't think we get Thunder Rosa versus Britt at Revolution. I don't, because you know why? Because she's going to be busy with Thunder Rosa as far as Mercedes Martinez, and Thunder Rosa said in a recent interview, in the next few months we go see some amazing things out of her and Mercedes. I don't think we're getting that at Revolution. That's going to be a swerve with Britt at Revolution.
You think it's going to be a double or nothing?
Mm-hmm.
Which is my favorite pay-per-view. You understand?
Don't tell me that.
I love
that. Will be the year mark of Britt's title reign. That will be the year mark. So
it makes sense. I'm ready for my girl to get the belt.
But my question to you is,
wait 3 months. I will.
But my question to y'all is, if she's not battling Britt at Revolution, who is Britt going to face for the women's championship? Because let's be honest, all those championships will be on the line. And if I'm not mistaken, Jade might be on that lineup too, defending the TBS championship. And we could see Jade. We could get Jade versus Nyla at Revolution for the TBS championship.
How about Jamie Hayter? Hate her. I can't pronounce her name. Sorry, Jamie.
I call her Hate Her too.
So who do we have versus Britt at Revolution if it's not Thunder Rosa?
I love Hate Her though. I love Hate Her.
Maybe Jamie, if they're gonna do that, if they're gonna blow that out of proportion. I don't know why they would. That seems like that would be in Thunder Rosa's storyline. Serena, that would be heel versus heel. I don't know.
They could do heel versus heel.
Serena,
Nyla's a heel. Jade is a heel.
And no, they're not doing Jade versus Britt. They're not finna do that.
Oh no.
But I say this though, Serena did say in a new interview. See, listen, this is why. Listen, like I'm the tea spiller, y'all.
No, I'm talking
about
Nyla. I'm talking about Nyla and Jade being heels.
Serena did say she's gunning for Britt and Jade for championship gold. One of the two. She wants to battle one of them too.
It's gonna be interesting to see who they put up against her if it's not Thunder. It's gonna be interesting because I've been screaming this since before Thunder became AEW, like way before when she was still like dangling WWE AEW in our faces and we didn't know which way she was gonna go. Which I'm like, you're not gonna be wrestling at AEW and messing with AEW and bringing your girls to AEW if you ain't planning to join us. So I was already like, she going to AEW. But before that even happened, I was like, Britt Baker's gonna win the championship because she did not have it at that point, and then Thunder's gonna take it from her. So I've been saying this for quite some time now.
A year now, exactly.
A year, over a fucking year. God damn!
Yeah,
give me what I want.
Because judging by the top 5 rankings, Britt has fought Tanara in the championship match. She's fought Red in the championship match. She's fought Nyla in the championship match. She's fought Ruby in the championship match. She's fought. Only one she hasn't fought is Thunder Rosa, and the Thunder Rosa is currently in the rankings.
Did she fight Statlander already?
Yeah, she passed out Statlander in the championship match. Sure did.
Fuck. Well then.
So the next one has to be Thunder Rosa. Like the one that makes sense has to be Thunder Rosa.
Unless somehow Mercedes gets herself in there between now and then. But I don't see that happening, to be quite honest. And we don't even got to talk about Sammy versus Isaiah because quite clearly Isaiah's not going to win.
But I think that he's going to put on a solid showcase, though, and show that he's potentially, I definitely think he's going to rise to prosper.
Always. It'll be a banger. Courtney's favorite match for tomorrow. She's so waiting for Sammy.
I am not. Look, y'all know how I feel about that man. No, I'm taking Zay, and I don't even like the AHFO. They need to break that up.
They need to break it up. I don't like it. It's not
for
anyone.
You know what? I think they waiting on Mr. Jeff Hardy to come in, and then that's when they go split him up.
Yes,
because and the reason why I say that.
Look at Courtney.
Listen.
Y'all waiting for the Hardy brothers to come back together?
Yes.
And shout out to Khan.
It's happening. It's definitely happening.
Listen. Shout out to Khan for Ring of Honor. So, me being a T-spiller, when we interviewed him on our show, y'all, I had the pleasure of asking him a question. If AEW offered you a contract, would you sign with them? He said, absolutely. He said, yes, check. Now, the second question I asked him was, what's one of your dream matches? And he said, one of my dream matches would be the Hardy Boys. And I asked him, if they bring in Jeff Hardy into AEW, would you be willing to bring over one of your STP Shane Taylor promotion members to battle the Hardy Boys? And he said, absolutely, I would.
Yeah! Shane Taylor Promotions. Let's give them shout outs. Woo!
Yes, I would.
I saw them live in Battle Club Pro. And let me tell you, God damn, there was talent in that show. Battle Club Pro, from July. It was amazing.
Khan we did an interview with Khan as BMack was talking about. He's become like one of the people I'm going to be keeping my eye on. The dude he's laser focused on being the best in the business. We're honored to have him on the podcast. That was so fun. And he did say that he would want to wrestle Jeff Hardy or Jeff Hardy might, be in the circle very soon. So we'll see
what he said was that I've been hearing some things.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he did say that. He did say that though. Yeah.
Well, guys,
yes, he did say that.
We're getting to the point where I gotta go through my quick fast 10. But before we do, real quick, people, if you're not already subscribed to this channel, hit the subscribe, hit the likes. Make sure that you go into the description and you follow these 3 people here, plus Alex Coquito, who was on earlier. All the links are in the description. Please subscribe to their channels. Check them out. They're on Anchor also, correct? Yes. All the links in the description. No excuses. And you'll also see a link for sunflowers and cherries. I gotta plug my niece real quick.
That's awesome.
This was made by my husband. My husband makes logos. And she makes jewelry. So we have some jewelry, y'all. Really cool things.
Listen, this is a pandemic, girl. Get your hustle on, girl.
And these are handmade lip glosses. So people, get yours. They're really good and the prices are amazing. And I was going to wear these, but they are kind of heavy for my little ears cuz I have like really weak holes in my ears. But whatever. Too much information, right, y'all? But
It's
yeah,
okay.
go get y'all some. Go get y'all some because it's handmade, you know. Y'all pay a lot of money for things that are made in factories. You know what I'm saying? So handmade stuff should be valued a little more. Anyway, the quick fast 10. So now somebody's gonna have to take Alex's question. So
I
here we go.
will.
We're
I'll take
gonna
his
do-
question.
Courtney. No, let Courtney. Let Courtney do it. Let
I
Courtney
don't
do it.
even
Let
know
Courtney-
where it's coming. Y'all don't even know where it's coming from because I'm doing a round robin, which means I'm gonna call
Let
your
Courtney
name.
get the questions.
I'm gonna call your name. You gonna get some too, Eli. I'm gonna call your name. And I'm gonna ask you this or that, and you got like seconds to respond. There is no thought
Ooh,
process.
this could be
in
fun.
this. There's a few questions that might be a little raunchy. I don't care. We're all adults here, so y'all ready?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Here we go.
Bring
And
this.
it's more than 10 questions because Alex popped out and left. All right, here we go. BMack, white chocolate or dark chocolate? Let's go.
Baby, listen, if it ain't white chocolate, I don't want it. White chocolate.
Eli, beaches or pools?
Beaches.
Beaches. Courtney, drama movies or horror movies?
Horror movies. Michael Bikers rule.
We got another one for you, Courtney.
All right.
Guevara or Britt Baker?
Neither one. I'm thinking
You
Jeopardy.
gotta pick one. You gotta pick one. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
Trent Beretta. Trent Beretta. There you go. There's your answer. Trent Beretta.
BMack, hot and sweaty or clean and showered?
Ooh, always clean the shower, baby.
I love it. Eli, fly somewhere or drive somewhere?
I'm on the road. I be on the road daily, be moving. Let's drive. Let's drive.
BMack, arroz con pollo or tostones con pernil? Now that was for Alex. Do you know what tostones?
Girl, please. Listen, yeah. Look, I don't know what you said, but it sounded good, though. What we talking about?
Chicken and rice, plátanos, basically plantains. With
Oh, give me some chicken and rice. Ooh, yeah, give me some. Yeah, some like chicken and rice.
Look at Alex, yo. Courtney, baked mac and cheese or stovetop mac and cheese?
Baked mac and cheese.
Hey.
Listen, you finna get your card revoked. Hey, listen, had you not said baked mac and cheese, look, I'll take your card, boo.
You can't take my carpet.
Eli, stomp on a water bug or run from a water bug?
My mom, every time she sees a bug, she stomps it out. So I got her genes. So I'll just be like,
Yeah. And how the one that you see like this? Courtney, puppies or kittens?
Puppies. I'm a dog person.
Yeah. Hey. BMack,
Shout out to
I'm gonna tell you
Falcor.
who you sounded like saying that.
kids
Listen.
are sweet or kids are ruthless? Go ahead, BMack. That's for you.
Kids can be ruthless because these days, listen, like they shady as hell. So yeah, like they can be ruthless, child.
And we're gonna end it with Eli. Male wrestlers in manties or male wrestlers in pants?
male wrestlers no, it's always no manties because you know why? We always see these like the trunks. We always see the trunks. I want to see something different. I want to see them just go at it. Just get in there. That's what I just want to see them get in there. That's all I want.
People, that is the quick fast 10. It was more like 12, but
It was close.
we all learned a little bit about everybody on this show now. It's white chocolate all the way for BMack. All the way.
Mm-hmm.
I like any kind of chocolate, but I prefer dark chocolate.
Apparently, I like manties.
Dark chocolate.
You like manties. Eli likes
Sure.
manties. and Courtney said, fuck off with Sammy and with fuck out of here with that shit. All right, so this was so much fun, y'all. Thank you so much for being on. As always, y'all gotta come back on. So
Absolutely.
I hope y'all will.
Absolutely. Thank you for having us.
Thank you, guys. People in the room, thank you so much for joining. This was a lot of fun. I appreciate y'all. Again, follow these guys in the room. Follow Alex as well, who had to leave. But it has been fun. I'm gonna let y'all go. But before I do, as always, people, I leave you with a lot of love and peace and a lot of wrestling, because you know what? The world's kind of messed up and we got to find distractions. So keep it positive, keep it funny. You know, don't be negative and don't be evil. All right, y'all. Have a good one. Good night.
Mark out.
Absolutely.
Mark out.
Out.
Midwest Marks.